Hello, this is John Greenlaw from Bride Guitars, and welcome to the shop. Today we're going to be talking about Downey Dreadnought guitar. Now this guitar has got to be one of my favorites. When we first talked about making this guitar, Robin really wanted it to be a simple, classic-looking guitar, and I want my guitars to be as unique as possible. So I love doing all the inlay work, and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? I really love the simplicity of this guitar, with the herringbone purfling and one piece, or not one piece, but rosewood back without a center strip, or it's very classic. The sound of this guitar is amazing. This guitar has a lot of aged wood in it. The top is aged or torrefied Adirondack, which basically torrefication is when they bake the wood and it crystallizes all the resins inside and makes it very brittle, but makes it very responsive. The back and sides are East Indian rosewood, but they've been aging and curing since 1990. So it's like this guitar is like a 30-year-old guitar, except it's brand new. It has a Fishman, a Precis pickup with a mic and a piezo pickup in the bridge, so you can really get some really nice tone with it, really full tone. When you plug it in, of course, it's not going to change the acoustics of it. The fretboard is ebony. The neck is one-piece neck, African mahogany, or kaya. The head has the Bride Guitars logo, and the tuners are Goto 510 series tuners with a 1:21 tuning ratio, which is a really fine tuning ratio, which makes it really easy to do that fine tuning right down to the last cent. The nut is a compensated nut. Usually when I do a compensated nut, I do it with a machine, but I found doing it with a machine, it really takes a lot of labor, a lot of work to get the machine set up to the guitar. So I just did it by hand, and it was quick, and it really made it easy to do the intonation on that end of the guitar. So usually most guitars that you buy from a store don't have compensated nuts, and they don't intonate the nut, which, like, say you'll play a chord with some open strings, like an E chord, and it'll sound perfectly in tune. And then you play like a D or a G chord, well, often the B string will be out, or even the E string, and it doesn't make the guitar sound smooth. But with the compensated nut, you get that smooth sound, which is really nice, especially on a beautiful looking guitar. The fret markers are custom for Robin's guitar. Well, we got the idea off the internet, so it's not exactly custom, but it's something that he really liked. So it wraps around, the fret markers wrap around from the side to the top of the fretboard, so it makes it very unique. The really neat feature about this guitar is that it's a wedge shape. So, I don't know if you can see it, but the bottom is half an inch, or I should say the right hand side of the lower bout is half an inch deeper than the left-hand side of the lower bout. And what that does is when Robin's playing his guitar, it just makes it really comfortable because it's angled back and it's thinner on the top. So when you put your arm around it, it doesn't feel like a big, thick, deep dreadnought. But you still get a lot of the air resonance inside. And the end graft is this cool diamond inlay that we got the idea from like an 1860s Martin. They had the same style end graft. So it was really neat to put something really classic like that into Robin's guitar. The binding is walnut with a herringbone purfling. And yeah, it's just, I really like this guitar. It really is one of my favorites so far. It just has such a rich, deep tone, but clear highs. So it's great for accompaniment. You know, it's not gonna, you don't have so much mid-range that it's gonna drown out the singer. It's just a fabulous accompanying guitar, which is really what he wanted to play with his bride. So some of the challenges with this guitar, as a guitar builder, it's sometimes hard to admit your mistakes. But I had to refinish the top because when I was clamping on the fretboard, somehow I had the cleat underneath, or the clamping caul, it was pushing up against some of the bracing, and it pushed the rosette out. And then when I tried to push the rosette in, I actually pushed right through the top, and I left a big hole on the left-hand side of the rosette. Like, it was gone. It was just done. So I repaired that, and when I went to touch it up, I kept on sanding through. Every time I would touch up, I'd sand through, and so I was chasing the touch-up. So it ended up migrating all the way up here and down there, right down to the bridge. So ended up like it was all blotchy and different colors, and so ended up just sanding it all down, well, stripping it down, and then lightly sanding, and then refinished it. I'm so glad because it made the guitar look so much better. The other mistake, and I have no idea how it happened, but the neck is actually off center because when I put it on center, there was a huge, about 3/8 of an inch gap right here. Like it was 3/8 of an inch over this way too far. So I actually had to angle the neck a little bit and move the bridge over a little bit so it's off-centered. But it's hardly noticeable. And if I didn't tell you, you probably wouldn't notice. But it's better than taking the whole guitar apart, especially with the cutaway. Man, it probably would have ruined, well, maybe not ruined the guitar, but it would have been a big job. So we just kind of moved the neck over to the side a little bit. Without further to say, let's give this guitar a play and see how it sounds.